Dear Emmy, enjoy your new Conid Wild Tiger. Best regards, Eves. Well, it doesn't get any more wild than this. Welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm your host from Penventure. Welcome to a new fountain pen review. And in this one, I'm super excited to showcase my new Conid Wild Tiger Special Edition. Since last time that we did a video on my all-time favorite Conid Kingsize Bulkfiller flat ends, after the video review of this pen went live on our channel and it was random, I have not planned for this, I got a message from Conid as a brand on Instagram, and they told me that I did a good job and we established communication in between us and also with the entire team over at Penworld, which is the only supplier of Conid writing instruments at this very moment. So if you want a Conid, you're gonna get it through Penworld, and everyone at Penworld treated me with respect and friendship, and I am proud to see that we have so much professionalism in services in a fountain pen retailer. As always with my reviews, we're going to start with the details, then we're going to move into a side-by-side size comparison, writing sample, and in the end, we're going to conclude everything in some personal opinions. I am a huge fan of Conid as a writing platform, as a brand. They stand for concept, innovation, a very minimalistic industrial design, which I simply adore. And they put a very close eye on quality materials and finishes. And everything is done very precise. There is a reason behind everything being there and being like that and not like that. And they have a very interesting patented filling system, which is a combination in between a piston and a vacuum filling system. They took the best of those both filling systems and put them into the bulk filler. If you order such a pen, well, better said, if you enlist on the email list on Penworld, and if you want to do that, I'm gonna leave you a link down below. You can go there on the penworld.eu website and you can enlist, and you will be announced on August the 14th when this pen will be going live. There is a limited amount of them being made. It's a special edition, so you might just want to be on that list. You're gonna get your Conid in a case like this. This case is oozing what you will find inside. It is super safe. It holds the pen, the tools, a spare kit with O-rings and everything, and this box is made out of metal, and I believe this is stamped in this specific form. It is very rewarding to the touch, to what you see, and let me show you what you will find inside. So inside we have certificate of authenticity with the signature of Francis Goosen and Werner Helsen. Guidelines for the king size collection, how you would operate the filling system, because this is a little bit more complicated. Then you will see something like this, which is super rare because I have not seen too many pen brands presenting something like this. This is a writing certification because this pen was checked individually in the company. The nib was adjusted, tuned, and there is a test with this specific nib on paper, and this is it right here. We have a gold broad, and this is pilot black as an ink. Then you will see a writing sample. You will see where is the thickness of your line on this graph and everything that you need to know. Let's remove this, and inside you get the fountain pen, which has recently made its voyage into the online. In some pictures I have seen the one which has the half clear barrel, which is also interesting, but I just like to go in this direction, the orange, the one that it is very close to home, and it's very alike my Visconti Opera Master tobacco. Inside the box you will find a little tool right here, an hexagonal driver or something of this kind, which actually allows you the comfort of removing the end knob. Then you have the tool which allows you to remove the back end assembly of the filling system in order to clean, maintain. And then you have this, which is some O-rings for you if you are in need of them for your fountain pen. So they do actually think about using this fountain pen for an extended period. The concept behind this fountain pen is very, very simple. Innovation, design, high standard of materials, and very precise machining. And then you have a very interesting platform, which I consider to be like the Lego of our fountain pen industry. This pen is a great platform. If you want to put a different nib inside, if you want to take it out, clean it, wash it, I truly believe we have not yet discovered the entire potential of having such a Swiss knife of a fountain pen, something which allows you all of the customization that you may think about it, because you can actually go online and search for different adaptations for the nib housing, and you can put a KOP nib inside, size 6 nib, you name it. You can make this fountain pen a great platform. What you get from Conid is just as cool as this. Let's have a look. The Kingsize Bulkfiller is one of the most iconic and well-known series of the Conid brand. It's flat at ends. It's displaying a very interesting choice in the trims because they are made in titanium with different finishes on the clip and on the other trim elements. Then you have the acrylic, which is worked in this very interesting shape, and everything flows very well, and the look of the fountain pen, it's very industrial. Putting it side by side, one of the Conid Kingsize Bulkfillers from old time before they stopped production. The initial version of the Conid Kingsize flat ends displayed trim elements made out of titanium, even for the finial and also for the piston knob. This version has none of that. It is made out of acrylic. And this is a good thing. This is why I picked this fountain pen. I found that Conid initial version being a little bit weightier to be used for extended periods of riding. It is a great rider. I just like it on sprints. If I want to ride something quick and I want to just write like a page, but if I want to journal for like an hour, this is something that will take that spot. The finial displays this very interesting black and white combination, and this is something which just takes you to the filling system. This is the Conid Bulkfiller, and this latch right here, it's very proudly displayed on top of the finial. The finial, it's flat, and then it starts to move towards the clip and it's flaring out. The clip, it's seamlessly put right here, so you cannot feel anything once you just pass your finger on it. The clip is beautifully machined from titanium. Every single facet, every single corner, it's polished, it's worked, it's carefully inspected. We have this very interesting brush finish on this clip, and have a look here. Look at this right here at the bottom. Even that part of the clip, it's just machined at an angle. It is precise, it is delightful. You see it, and if you have a touch, a feel for this kind of details, you notice them, and they are incredible. This shows how much thought gets into just making a simple clip for such a fountain pen. A lot of thought, and also machinery, and also everything is done in titanium. The clip, it's very springy and it is very practical. Then we continue with the cap flaring out towards this part right here, which is the ring of the cap. On it we have Bulkfiller, the name of the filling system, fountain bell, Conid. You can clearly see inside there the nib, but what you can also see is that we have right here a ridge, and this ridge falls into the section and it is completely sealing the cap in this cavity right here. This will keep your nib from drying completely once the pen is capped and not used. And this is a very neat feature. Just like the initial model, the cap starts to transition into the barrel with this piece right here. It is a small step down, but it is not major. It is polished, everything is well. Let's uncap it, and we have 1.5 turn in order to uncap the fountain pen. It is not bad, it is not long, so you can use it for quick notes even so. Then we have a look at the gorgeous nib. This nib can be a size 8 titanium nib, a size 8 gold nib, gold color, or a size 8 gold nib in rhodionated finish, which is actually silver color. It is beautiful. The nibs are amazing on this Conid fountain pens. They are juicy, they are interesting, they are checked, and I just love my Conid nibs. I went that far that I recently acquired even a fine nib 14 karat size 8 on my initial Conid fountain pen because it was lacking a nib. I was having a custom nib on it. Turning the fountain pen like this, we can clearly see that we have a very beautiful streamline ebonite feeder. It is very similar to what a Denny Trio is using as a feeder. I have right here a Denny Trio just to show you similar. On left we have Denny Trio, on right we have the Conid. Both the nib and the feeder are friction fitted inside the housing, and the housing is screwed in the section. Look how easy it is to remove such a nib. You just grip on it and you just unscrew it from the pen itself. Voila, now you can clean this very easy. You can substitute it with a different nib unit from Conid, or you can just have add-ons, transitioning parts which allow you the comfort of putting inside a Conid fountain pen something like a KOP nib. I think for the future I want to try that combination. A sweet 21 karat gold big nib KOP on a Conid. What you think about it? Let me know in the comment section down below if you want to see something like this. And since you're there, don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. If you find my content useful, this will help us a lot. There is no O-ring right here, but everything is machined with very, very precise tolerances. So when everything goes back into the fountain pen, everything is sealing. So you would not see ink inside the section. Let's move further and let's analyze the ergonomics. The section is slightly hourglass, but not too much. Very, very shallow. It is not a skinny section. It could not be, because this is a beefy pen. This is very, very comfortable. You don't have too much room if you grip your fountain pen much more closer to the edge right here. If you grip the fountain pen slightly higher, this will allow you plenty of room to grip the fountain pen slightly higher. Continuing, we get to this part right here, which is made in titanium. Titanium threads, very well polished, very, very nicely integrated. They are not sharp. Moving further, we have the ink window with the double reservoir, because right here it's a double reservoir. When you completely close the system of this fountain pen, the filling system, you will trap ink inside this little window right here. You can fly with this fountain pen if you seal completely all of the ink behind the piston, and this ink window it's empty. Despite being in a pressurized environment like the cabin of a plane, you would not have ink burping out of the nib. Continuing further, we have the barrel of the fountain pen, which starts to pick up ink girth from this point right here. Right here is the thickest point, and then it's going to slightly reducing in diameter until this ring right here, which is the base plate of the filling system. On it we have engraved Conid Belgium, because this pen is made in Belgium, in Antwerp as a city. There is plenty of room to just put a few small little details like the location, because it is a proudly made writing instrument in Antwerp, Belgium. Piston knob, or the way you engage the filling system. Like I told you, this has a proprietary filling system which is patented by Conid. It's much more easy for me to demonstrate this on my clear version. You can see inside right here we have the double reservoir ink window. The rod extends to this level right here, and it is completely closing this double reservoir ink window. If you have ink there and you start writing with the pen and it becomes a little bit drier, you can open this and allow some ink to go down from the barrel into this part right here, and now you have a complete flow, and it's going to be rich, consistent, and back to normal. If you want to actually engage the filling system, you would pull like this, then you start to go counterclockwise. Then when you reach the maximum tightness, you start to just go a little bit more, and you can clearly see the latches disengaging the piston head and pushes it a little bit lower. Now you can just push like this, and then when you pull, it's going to pull ink, latch the piston head, block it, and it's going to stick right here on top. And then once you disengage from it, you push, and then you are ready to write. Very easy to clean, very straightforward, and it's a simple system, and it's a brilliant idea. This is why they build an entire brand like Conid, and everything was made like a surrounding shell on this filling system. And I believe this is stunning because this is different to other pen companies. Visconti does something similar because they are just using the power vac as a filling system, and also they have other systems just as well. But Conid, this is based on this bulk filler filling system, and I just like it. Another thing that I want to show you is the incredible depth of the acrylic with the stripes, and this pen is worthy of its name, the Wild Tiger Special Edition. Have a look at this orange. This is beautiful, beautiful. And I believe orange is something which Conid holds very dear to their name and brand. Let me show you a side-by-side size comparison with different fountain pens. Then we're gonna go into some pricing, writing sample, and in the end, we're gonna conclude everything in some personal opinions. Conid Kingsize Bulkfiller, Wild Tiger next to a Visconti Divina, a Visconti Opera Master, Casado Caccari, Leonardo Dodici, a Retro Tornado. When it is uncapped, the Conid Kingsize sits shorter than a Visconti Opera Master, it is taller than a Caccari, and it's very similar to a Leonardo Dodici. Kept like this, the Conid Kingsize measures 142 millimeters in between ends. Uncapped in writing position, it's going to measure 135 millimeters. Posted like this, it's going to measure 168 millimeters. The total weight of the fountain pen, fully inked and capped, is 32 grams, and uncapped in writing position, it's 24 grams. And if you are familiar with this version that has titanium bits for the finial, the section, and also the piston knob, know that the difference of weight in between this one and this one, it's about 10 grams when the cap is on and around 7 grams when the cap is off. Now let's get to the pricing, because the Conid Kingsize will come with all of the features that I told you till this specific point, but it would not come cheap. High quality materials with precise machinery. That precise, that the same machinery in the Conid facility, it is also used to make medical equipment. That precise. The engineers that work there, I believe they know what they're doing because I can see it in person. And if this is the first time that you are hearing about the Conid fountain pen, you know fountain pens, you are in the hobby, you need to pay attention because I am going to tell you how you purchase it and what price you pay for it. When buying a Conid fountain pen, there are two prices. There is a price for the fountain pen and then the respectable nib that you may want to have on that fountain pen. If you want to get a special edition Wild Tiger, just like this one, the pricing for the pen is going to be 822 euros, no VAT. Size 8 titanium nib, same ebonite feeder. You have to add on the cost of the pen, which is 822 euros, an additional 194 euros. If you want a gold nib, size 8, gold color, just like mine, an additional 260 euros, no VAT. Then if you want a size 8 gold nib, silver color, it's gonna be an additional 276 euros, no VAT. And that was everything that I got on the side-by-side size comparison, dimensions, details, and everything regarding the special edition Wild Tiger. Now for the super fun part, let's ink this fountain pen and let's get to write with it. We have a stunning 14 karat broad nib. I just like some broad nibs, so I picked a broad one, and let me tell you, it's a good writer. We're going to use something from Iroshizuku Yuyaki, a very interesting ink color which I adore. Let's engage the piston, let's remove the air, and there is some water from the washing process. We're gonna go like this, just show you how nicely it can be when you have such a pen. Look how much ink, just one complete motion of the piston. And let's put the rod down. When doing so, do this process over the ink bottle because you will have like a drip or two of ink. And once you're done, let's wipe the section and everything clean, and you are ready to enjoy this size 8 gold nib. And we have the pen, Kingsize Bulkfiller, and this is Wild Tiger Special Edition. Ink, Shizuku Yaki. Paper, we are on Rhodia dot pad. Beautiful, beautiful paper. It is not something that I use regularly, but I know that you are using it, so it's a very, very comprehensive review if I'm going to be able to relate everything in regards of my findings on such a paper with you, and you can understand at home how such a writing instrument can behave in your hands. Nib, this is the size 8 14 karat broad. It is a stunning, stunning nib because the broad point is actually round. For most of the broad nibs that I've come across daily, they are slightly stubbish. With this one, it's round, and I just like that. We have a wetness test, 1 pass. Here we have double pass. Now, you can expect some ink flow because this nib will lay plenty of ink on the page, and it's going to be rewarding you for choosing a broad point. If you want to see a super wet pen, now you open the filling system, allowing the ink to come completely into the second chamber, and have a look at this sample. So this is 1 pass, and this is a double pass. There is plenty of ink when you open the system. Now, normal, figure of 8s. This is a very, very interesting nib, but it is not something of a Japanese broad. Flex. Now, if you press a little bit on this nib, it will have some line variation, but it's stiff. Don't try it. You can ruin your 1,000 plus euro pen very easy. If you want to have a little bit more flex, I believe the titanium size 8 nib will be stunning. Now for the famous sentence, and we have the quick brown fox jumps over the lazy dog. And then, my friends, it is the definition of a rewarding moment, if we can call it like this. This is a memorable writing experience. I just like the 8 gold nibs from Conid. They're not like the ones that I've experienced on the Leonardo, on other fountain pens. They are so interesting. They are not soft to the point of being like a KOP nib. They don't spread apart, creating line variation. But again, for line variation, just like I told you, pick a titanium nib, also from Conid, because it will be just line variation. There is no hesitation, there is no harsh stars, there is nothing whatsoever in regards of the quality. The nib has been checked, has been approved. There is a certificate which proves that. And now let's conclude everything in some personal opinions. I think I've cheated a little bit because when I've asked Yves from Penworld regarding the Wild Tiger first edition with a clear barrel, he told me like, Amy, I can show you something interesting. Let me know if this one is better for you than this one. So I've seen some spoilers, and I said, Yves, whenever this will be arriving, please let me get one. And well, I got it a little bit earlier than everyone, so I've enjoyed it, and now I can share my excitement with you all. I like this color a lot. There are not that many great orange fountain pens. I just like my orange pens. Have a look at this. Yeah, this is orange just as well. So the background orange just as well, and there is, just have a look at this. So even matched my shoes with the pen that I'm gonna review today. So orange, big fan of orange fountain pens, and not only fountain pens. Orange ink, orange everything, but this is a brilliant pen. It is not cheap. It is built to very high standards using high quality materials. There is so much which goes into creating such a pen. They are coming in very short, limited amounts, batches, and they just appear on Pen World. And whenever they appear, in 1 or 2 hours, they are sold out. If you want to have one of this, just go there and subscribe to that email list, and as soon as you get the notification, get your Conid. If you like to tinker, this comes even more rewarding because this will allow you a platform like none other. You can put whatever nib you want inside. There is plenty of conversion kits. You can make it into having like a KOP nib, a size 6 nib, you name it. I've seen it including with Visconti nibs in some Instagram pictures, and I just liked that a lot. This is not the last Conid that you will see in my collection. The ink capacity is huge. I believe it's 3 milliliters of ink plus, so plenty of ink. So if you want to use a specific ink and you want to have a full barrel, you're gonna write for a long time with this fountain pen. Once you're gonna receive this fountain pen, I believe I'm not going to be the only one which is going to enjoy the fact that now you can have a Conid Kingsize minus 10 grams than this version. Although titanium is light and strong, 10 grams, it's a lot when it comes to a writing instrument that you can have in your hand for an hour plus in writing. It's going to weigh. If you choose to have a broad point, a double broad point, a stub which is made from a broad point, this kind of a nib size will chew a lot of ink, and in the process it's going to become a drier ink flow as you use it if you don't open this part right here. It is not that noticeable when it comes to a fine point, like for example in this fountain pen, if I have it inked and this entire double reservoir chamber is filled with ink, I can write for 2-3 pages and the flow will not diminish that much. But when it comes to something like this, which is a very wet broad nib, it's going to become noticeable in like a page. I'm going to be seeing that the ink flow starts to trim down, so I need to open up and bring more ink there or continue writing with this open. Keep that in mind. If you are not going to like this, pick a nib size which is not going to chew that much ink. In regards of having something which I would have done different, I would not. Even more so, I'm gonna let these people which are best known at doing this writing instruments do them. Just take my money. Take my money, give me my pen, give me my 8 nib, give me my Conid, give me my precious materials, give me my precise machining, give me my parts, my metal box, the spare parts, the tool, the nib writing certificate, give me everything, take my money. And that, my friends, concludes our review. Thank you very much for spending this time with me on the BenVG YouTube channel. If you want to grab one of these fountain pens until it's completely gone, scroll down, you'll find the link there, go on Pen World, subscribe to that email list and wait on August the 14th for the announcement and get your Conid Wild Tiger Special Edition. This will be going in my personal collection. I cannot wait to update the list of my personal collection in the next video. Thank you very much for your support. Thank you for sticking around so much on this video with me. Let me know if you have any questions. Use the comment section down below. I'll be more than happy to answer all of your questions. Don't forget to give this video a big thumbs up. This will help me a lot with the YouTube algorithm and everything else. And if you're not subscribed to the BenVG YouTube channel, click there, turn on the notification bell on, and you will be notified whenever we have content like this. If you want to continue watching my other videos, I'm gonna leave you this right here. You can click and enjoy. As always, enjoy your day. Bye bye.